Hey everybody, I'm David.
I'm Jess.
I'm the husband.
I'm the wife.
And we are married.
15 to life.
We're back in your speakers. We're back. I forgot how the rest of the song goes.
What?
It's an old country song with Brian. We're back in your speakers. I forgot how the song goes though. Or is it Jason Aldean? It's one of the two.
I have never heard that song.
But anyway, we are back from 2 weeks being out of our house, honey. 2 weeks.
I know, and I feel it. I'm so tired.
How do you feel about like, we don't really post on social media we're going out of town on vacation, but the whole thought of we won't be in our house for 2 weeks, what can happen while we're gone?
I mean, we have a good security system, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, so don't you guys try anything. We will see everything you do. How you feeling, honey?
Like I said, I'm tired.
Yeah, me too. I don't think this first episode of 2026. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
But I'm not sure this episode will be too much longer because most of the people that listen to this podcast or watch this podcast are also subscribers to you. So y'all have seen probably a lot of what's happened on vacation and, y'all have kind of gotten a feel for all of that. So there's really not much more. We can recap some things that the cameras don't always catch or things we maybe didn't always do. But like I said, she's tired. I'm tired. We can talk a little bit about what happened the last 2 days. We have a lot of work to do once we got home. But also it's 2026, honey. How you feel about the new year?
I'm just kind of sad that Christmas is over.
Yeah, me
I always
too.
get kind of sad, but I don't know. It is what it is. I can't go back in time.
Is Christmas still your favorite holiday of the year?
It's my favorite holiday of the year. Yeah, it's more like a season than a holiday to me.
For sure.
It's a whole
it's all about the season of it.
Yeah, I don't know. With my surgery and everything and recovering, I feel like it went by really fast.
Yeah.
I think I was like focused on other stuff, and so it really flew by this year.
How's your chest feeling?
I feel a lot better. I'm still sore. I would say I don't even think about it that much.
You're hugging me a lot more than you were.
Yeah, I'm hardly in any pain at all, which is really great.
Praise the Lord.
And everything's looking good. So I'm actually really surprised and pleasantly surprised how fast I've healed and recovered. The worst part is my incision lines, like underneath. And anytime I try to this may be TMI. Anytime I try to sleep without a bra and I roll over, it really hurts.
Yeah.
So it's very uncomfortable, but I'm having to sleep still with my bra on.
Is there ever a moment though, even being this far removed from it, that you're like, "Ooh, I could bleed"?
No. Everything's closed.
I don't know why that's my biggest subconscious thing is that I'm going to re-injure what I just did. Like I'm going to reopen a wound or something.
No, everything's really healed good. So no, I don't have any open wounds I'm worried about really. Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah. So let's get past the gross part of this podcast.
Sorry.
Now. That's okay.
You had to bring blood into it.
Well, I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that you're doing well.
You're doing really great.
And I'm really excited about just your quality of life. I can tell that you, no pun intended, have much less weight on your shoulders.
I kind of forget until I look in the mirror or something. I forget, I don't know. It's just so weird to go from having such big boobs to having small ones. It's very bizarre.
Give me a sweet.
She's a good girl.
I love doing this podcast.
I think she's crying because she wants us to put her down. But
she wants us, either that or she's right. What do you guys do? The kids are in bed. We're supposed to be in bed now.
Me and Mommy are supposed to be cuddling up reading a book.
Yeah.
And by reading, I mean I'm reading and she's sleeping. So
let's recap real quick a little bit of the Christmas vacation, and then we can talk a little bit about 2026 and our New Year's, all that stuff. For the slim chance that some people don't watch your vlogs, then they can hear a little bit more about that from you, and then I'll talk a little bit about what I'm going to do this year as well. But let's recap a little bit. So we left right after your birthday on the 19th, which your birthday's the 18th, and we've gone on record how difficult it is to have a birthday 1 week before Christmas.
Yeah, it is what it is. I actually enjoyed it.
I'm proud of us. We do a good job of making your birthday special.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Me and the kids really try to make sure we do that. So then we left.
I feel a bit worse for you because I feel like having your birthday after Christmas.
I just bought something for this guy. Why do I have to do it again?
Well, it's just like
I got a lot more money than presents because of that. I don't want to buy him another present. Let's just give him a check.
Well, I don't know. It's just like even me, like, what could I possibly get you? You just got anything really you wanted for Christmas, and everybody's kind of over eating, unhealthy, and you're trying to get back on track. Oh, it's a birthday. I don't know. I feel like my birthday is at least in the middle of the celebration, and yours is kind of at the end, and everybody's over it.
Yeah, it's true. And that was, my birthday is January 6th. So New Year's Day is 1 week after Christmas. And then the 6th is almost a week later. So roughly 13 days after Christmas is my birthday. So people have taken in the new year. They're back in their work routine. Oh, it's David's birthday. So it's, it is what it is.
We still love you.
Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it.
We're still excited that it's your birthday.
And I've had a very, there's been some challenges for sure. This past year was not the best year for us, but for my 40th year, I thought a lot about what that 40th year before the children of Israel went into the promised land, kind of like those older ones that were like, we know we're about to go in. It's been done. And Moses, dadgummit, why couldn't you just spoke to the rock instead of hit it? You missed out on your promised land.
I feel like we've been wandering in the desert for a while.
I know. And that was one of the words the Lord spoke to me this year was your 40 years can be over if you want it to. Because it being your 40th year of life. And I was like, God, I would love to leave all the wandering and the why and, all the stuff we've been through. I would love to leave that in the past and enter into what you really have for us and what you've designed for us. And so we're believing by faith that's happening, and we're believing by faith that God has something better for us, and we're believing that everything that He has planned, all we got to do is be sensitive and walk in the steps He's already mapped out. The Bible says the steps of the righteous are ordered by God. So whenever the next step is, we're going to find it, and we're going to walk into it if we stay close to His heart. So, but we left, and we went home first to my mom and dad's house for the weekend before the actual week of Christmas when we went down to your mom and dad's house.
Yeah, we just spent like 2 nights.
Yeah. And so when we got there, it was one of those things of, okay, we're coming here for the first 2 days. I'm trying to remember like all the reasons why we did that.
Well, we just thought that we could go to church with your mom and dad that Sunday. And it's a little
also it was the weekend that Faith was doing their big Christmas service.
It was their big Christmas
and we wanted
service.
to see it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I had something in my head and now it's just gone.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I do that all the time.
Oh, darn. I had it in my head. There was another reason that we kind of were going to do. Oh, it's a little bit closer.
Yeah.
It was like not the whole time it's just kind of like a mid-stop on the way to my mom and dad's. And my brother and sister-in-law weren't getting in there till this, a little bit later.
But also, don't forget the other big reason is our kids had yet to go to Santa Land.
Yeah, that was another big reason.
And that's one of our annual traditions that we try to do as a family with my mom and dad and my brother.
We usually do it on Thanksgiving, but
like Black Friday or right after.
Yeah, right after Thanksgiving. That's on our Thanksgiving trip.
Yeah, the day they open on Black Friday is the day we try to go. But because of Thanksgiving's schedule being what it was, we weren't able.
Surgery.
With Jessica's surgery, we were here. And so the kids didn't get to go at that time. And so we're like, well, they're going to close Santa Land on the 24th. Well, the whole week of the Christmas season, we're going to be with your mom and dad and your brother and your sister-in-law.
It was a good, I'm glad that we did it like that. It was kind of started the trip off really great. And we got to all be in church together on Sunday. And then Sunday afternoon, right after church, we drove to my mom and dad's house.
Yeah.
And they live more in central Alabama. So your mom and dad are up north and then about 2.5 hours south. And the Birmingham area is my mom and dad. And it was so good to be there. We were there for
6 days.
6 days straight. And my brother who lives in Wisconsin and his wife and their little boy, we don't get to see them very much because they live in Wisconsin. And so basically Christmas is
the only time we see them. Unless your mom picks you up on the way to Wisconsin.
That's only happened one time that I visited him. And that was the year that Ollie was born. He was less than a year old when I went up there. So anyway, we really do plan our Christmas trip around when they're going to be there.
Yes.
And it's the one time a year where our whole family can be together, which is really special.
Yeah. Just going backwards a little bit though, we did the math. This was our 10th year to go to Santa Land.
This is our 10th year to do Vlogmas too.
Our 10th year to do Vlogmas. So how does that feel doing this for a decade now? But this is what you do every December.
Vlogmas?
Yeah.
I love it. Like this year, I feel like wasn't that great because a lot of it was me recovering from surgery.
Hey y'all, I'm still in bed. I'm still in the.
We had a lot of like my mom and dad were here, which I'm so appreciative.
Yeah,
I don't think we could have made it without them being here. But a lot of it, when people are here, I don't vlog as much,
right?
Because
it's awkward.
It's weird, and like
even though they understand,
even like y'all all being home, like even just you being here, I don't vlog as much. It's people are doing their own thing. It's really awkward to get the camera out.
Yeah.
And so
I got somebody here. I need to be with them and not on my camera. Yeah.
It's really weird. And so it's like, I feel like I didn't get to vlog as much this year, plus just the recovery process and all of that. So, but I love Vlogmas. It's my favorite. It is my absolute favorite month out of the year to do YouTube.
Yeah. Is there, what is maybe the one thing that you would do almost any other year that surgery prevented you from doing Vlogmas this year? Because we tried to make up with activities.
No, I mean, I don't think there was anything. It's just the content was a lot of me talking about surgery. Like it was just different, we didn't have we didn't have any parties and all that was just weird. But the biggest thing was just the content that I did post. It was what was going on in our life.
Yeah. To have church less Vlogmas.
Yeah, it was really weird.
That was weird.
I mean, I didn't ever show really church, but we definitely talked about it. We talked about planning parties, and I would share like things I was making to bring to parties or recipes or whatever. And I did none of that, which actually it was really nice to not have the pressure of a lot of the stuff I would put on myself in the past. I really did just get to take time. I mean, I still did a lot of stuff, of course, buying the kids presents, family presents, wrapping, all of that.
Yeah.
But it was a lot less on me, which would have happened whether we had a job or not. I would have had to take time off to recover from this surgery.
Right.
So, sometimes you take off because your body is like, no, you have to. And this was like one of those times I had to take a step back a little bit in terms of my responsibilities after having the surgery because I physically couldn't do as much as I normally do, and if I wanted to.
Yeah. It was definitely weird to be in a Christmas season and not be preparing for any Christmas messages or, Christmas decorations at the church or, any kind of production working on. And I enjoyed having that breathing time.
I enjoyed it a lot.
I enjoy being able to just sit around and watch Hallmark movies. Yes, I do that. And I enjoyed being able to see the kids every day after school and really spend time with them and spend time with you and help you during the recovery process. I mean, I miss the parts of it I love.
Yeah.
But this has been and we could talk more about this when we get into the 2026 stuff, but this has really been a good time for me to remember that ministry is not who I am, it's what I do. And that's something that at one time or another, I think every person in ministry has had to think about this and work through this with the God, is when God calls you to do something because you love him, you put everything of yourself into it because you want to make him, favor with you and you want him to be happy with you and you want to be obedient. But at the same time, God called you to ministry because you're his son or you're his daughter, and that's something he's wanting to entrust to you. But again, you're his son, you're his daughter. That's who you are. And I think something that you and I have had to really take this last month and a half to really figure out is, are we okay with him? And are we okay with each other? And are we okay with the worldwide church if we're not active in ministry? Mm-hmm. It's almost like anytime it was over in the past, I would be scrambling trying to find my next thing.
I know.
Because, well, David, if you're not doing that, then you're not being obedient to the God. You're not in God's will because that's what you're supposed to be doing, right? Well, actually, if God wants me to maybe not do it anymore, I got to be okay with that. And if God wants me to do something differently than I've ever done before, I got to be okay with that too, because my identity is I'm a son of God. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I'm a man after God's own heart. That's who I am. And I happen to do ministry, or I happen to maybe do something else. I mean, and you've been a really big proponent of that with me, of just helping me to be like, David, it's okay, rest. just don't think about it so much. Just enjoy being with me right now and enjoy being at home right now. Let these months breathe. Let God have time to do stuff. Yeah, keep your ear to the ground and do what you can do, but don't stress or lose sleep over you don't have a church to go preach at on Sunday morning.
Well, when all of this happened, my first thought was, why right here at the holidays?
Yeah.
Why at the holidays? But after looking back, I'm so glad
Me
that
too.
it happened during this time, because it gave us such a great time together.
Yes.
To be able to rest and recover, and for you to be there with me through my surgery, for us to be able to travel, for us to be able to be with family. And, sometimes you don't realize how exhausted you are until you have time to rest. But we have just been so physically, emotionally, mentally spent that this time was so needed, and God knows that, you know, and, I'm really grateful for the time that we've had this past month.
Yeah, for sure. And the Lord really spoke to me and said, when you are with your family, don't talk about this.
Yeah, both of us were kind of like that. This time that we're at family.
Now, if they ask you a question and want to talk about it,
but both of us were kind of like, let's just not talk about oh, have you gotten any emails? What are we going to do for this? What about this? What about that? What about this interview? Whatever. Let's just enjoy our time, and let's not, because sometimes you can get all caught up and all of this, and it's you know what, God, we're going to let God open the doors, and us trying to make stuff happen never is going to work anyway. It's just going to exhaust us. And I really wanted to enjoy the time without worrying about, all the little details.
Did you get an email today, David? Has anybody called you? Anything new in the job front?
He's saying it like I'm asking him that. Usually it's him telling me.
Well, exactly.
I don't ask. I don't want to know.
Here's the thing. She doesn't want to know, but if I don't tell her, then I'm not telling her. But also, she knows this is our 5th time to go through a season of this. She knows I'm working on it. She knows I'm doing my end of it.
But that's the thing, something like this, we're waiting for God to open doors, and whether that's another ministry position or it's something secular or it's something we don't even know what it could be, because God has, way bigger plans than we can even imagine.
Right.
He is going to be the one to make it happen. And of course, you need to be open. You need to be listening. You need to be able to receive it.
Yeah, you don't just sit back in your chair and go, well, God's just going to make somebody phone call me. No.
But David goes the complete opposite direction, and he tries to make stuff happen. He tries to work really hard at, I haven't heard from this person. I haven't heard from this person.
Maybe I should email
them
again. Maybe I should text them again.
Yeah, and I'm just like, David, you can't barrel the door down.
No.
God has to open the door.
Right.
So these few weeks, we're just look, let's just chill. It's Christmas. Let's just chill. And it's been really nice.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've done what I can do, which is you reach out to the people that you're supposed to reach out to. You put your resume out there, and you let what happens. And I've had some good conversations, but nothing's settled yet. At the time of this recording, we still do not know what's next for us. But I think for the first time in all the seasons we've been through this, I have never been more rested and at peace, knowing that it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
That's and I think a lot of it's because we've been here before. But I think a lot of it also is because after all we've done and all we've seen and all we've experienced, it doesn't really matter to me what happens next.
Well, it's just I was talking about this before any of this stuff has already happened, about how in the Bible they would build altars to remember what God had done. And when I look over my life, I can see all these rocks piled up.
All my life you have been faithful.
Not the song that I was going with, but all these rocks piled up. And there's so many that in the time where I was going through it, it seems so huge.
Yeah.
But when you pile them all together and you see everything God has done, every time he's met us and we felt like we don't know what to do right here. How are we going to be okay? Health issues, financial stuff. He's never let us down. And when you see all of those things piled up, it's well, this is just going to be another rock that's going to be added. And, he's never let us down.
Nope.
And so is it scary? Yes.
Yeah.
It is. And as a type A person.
We can switch into our flesh and start panicking real quick.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we're not led by our flesh.
You have to remember that the truth, and we do have peace that God's got it. None of this took him by surprise. And we just have to, like, my whole thing is one day at a time.
One day at a time.
All we can do is have the grace and the mercy to get through today and to do the things he's called us to do today. And when you worry too much further outside of that, that's when fear and panic and all of that comes in. So,
yep. And that is what the Bible says, that God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and of sound mind. Our translation says self-discipline. And so to have that discipline of, hey, you don't have to fear. You don't have to worry about this. God's got this. And God's all powerful. He saw this coming way before it happened. And he's already got things mapped out. He's already got the perfect plan for us. And he is going to redeem out of everything. We're about to get into the fun stuff, guys. But this past Saturday, which happened to be yesterday at the time of this recording, my dad and I went to my home church for a prayer time that they're having to kick off their New Year's time of fasting and revival and prayer. And the Lord told me to go ahead and begin thanking him for what he's already done. And that is such in a human mind, that is a hard thing to do, because why am I thanking God? Why am I praying, thank you, Lord, for this food when there's no food on the table? Mm-hmm. How does this work? How do I show God gratitude without it happening yet, without it knowing it's going to happen yet? Well, the thing that I always thought about at that time was the people of Israel, they had not been in their promised land yet, but they know it's out there. They know it's across that river. They already sent spies in. They know it's there. And so I just began praying and declaring, Lord, I'm so thankful that you've already worked all this out. I'm so thankful that my heart and Jessica's heart is healing. I'm so thankful, Lord, that my kids are going to be okay. I'm so thankful, Lord, that you're taking care of us financially. And I just began thanking God in advance for all these blessings. And the more I did that, the more I felt like God was like, I'm so thankful that you're doing this. I'm so thankful that you're trusting me with this.
That's where faith comes in. Because if we only told God thank you when we saw the end result, like, that would take no faith.
Correct.
But we have to have faith in things we don't see yet.
Right.
And that's really hard, but it's something that you have to learn in your life, because that is the, like, cornerstone of our faith.
Yes.
Is believing for things that we haven't seen.
Yep. So I began doing that. And then the other thing I did that I was really stretching myself to do was, Lord, I'm so thankful for what we've just been through and what it's producing in us and what resilience it's building in us and what we're learning from it. I'm so thankful, Lord, you allowed us to go through this, as painful as it was. I'm so thankful that you allowed us to go through this, because it's only going to serve us better, and you're going to work all of it together for our good going forward. And when you pray prayers like that...
No, I don't know if I'm there yet.
Well, when you will be soon. But when you pray prayers like that, you are giving the enemy a 10 count, because that is exactly the opposite of what he wants to do. All he wants to do is magnify what happened to you, what was done to you, what was said to you, and how there's no redeeming it. It's always going to haunt you. You're going to lose sleep over it the rest of your life. And when you begin going, there's only good going to come from this, that this does not define me, what has been said about me or what has been done to me. That is not who I am. Like I said, I'm not what I do, and I'm not what other people say. I am who God says I am, and I do what God tells me to do. And so I am not going to be defined, and I'm not going to let my emotions or my flesh run rampant and focus on these things that will only cause me to miss what God has for me. My word for this year is joy, and the joy of the Lord is my strength. And so I will choose joy in this moment and let God have his way in the midst of all these circumstances. So, and I guess let's just bridge right.
We were going through like our trip.
We're going through the trip, but I guess we can just do this. Let's do this real quickly. What's your word for the 2026?
I've already said it on my channel, and maybe on something else, but my word is definitely hope. I don't know. Like, I have to have hope that things are going to get better. I have to have hope that God is healing my heart from all the pain that we've been through.
He's healing you.
And if I don't have hope, I would be a mess, but God gives us hope. And so that's kind of what I want to focus on for this coming year, is looking forward to the future with hope. Not like, well, things are just going to be bad, because if you focus on that, then they will be. But just having hope that God is working all things together for good. And he is going to be with us wherever we go, whatever we do. So I feel like I had no other choice, but my word has to be hope for this year.
I keep thinking of one of David's Psalms, which is, "To you, O Lord, I lift my voice. To you, in you, O God, I place my trust. Do not let me be put to shame, nor let my enemies triumph over me. For my hope is in you. So, Lord, show me your ways. Guide me in your truth for all my days." And thank you, Mac Powell and Third Day, for writing a song that way. That helped me remember it. But it's straight scripture that if our hope is in him, our enemies can't win.
Yeah.
That's a good hashtag, by the way. If our hope is in him, then our enemies can't win. And it truly is. I think our two words pair so well together that when you have hope and you have joy, we're two words away from an Advent session. But when you have hope and you have joy, love, hope, peace. But the great news is love. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about what the future holds. You are healing. You are getting your hope. I'm getting my joy, and we're going to work through it, and it's going to be just fine. I wanted to ask you this, getting back to the vacation now. When it comes to Santa Land, I mean, we've shown it in our Vlogmas, but it's just really, it used to be.
It's kind of like, it used to be cheesy a little bit.
It is a little bit, but it used to be an inflatable company. They would rent inflatables out of this warehouse to like parties and events. That's what that building used to be. And then they transformed it into Santa's workshop and Santa's castle, very similar to the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer thing. If you watch the old claymation Santa's Castle. But I always think about it like when you watch a cheesy Hallmark movie, like at the very end when they're walking through the town square or they're walking through the little part of the downtown, and there's these little archways of lights and the blow up inflatables and the little side thing where they're selling kettle corn, and over here there's a little bonfire and things like that. That's really what Santa Land is. But year in, year out now, if you could pinpoint, besides the kids getting their picture made with Santa, of course, if you could pinpoint the one thing you're like, I love this every time we come here.
To me, it's just the tradition. Like we've taken our kids since they were so tiny. And I always think about like the different years. The year I was pregnant with Mark, the first year we took Mark, the year Lucy screamed and cried because she didn't want to sit on Santa's lap. The year that Nate like was too big and about squished Santa. Like all the different years. And you have something like that that's just a tradition. And the kids are so big now. Lucy's like, I don't think Santa Land, is as I don't know what but like basically it's not as big to her. Like you don't walk in and feel like it's this massive place because she's a lot bigger. And I'm like, that's because you're older and it's not.
Mark, it's huge right now.
Yeah. And so just I love traditions, like this thing you do every year. You look forward to it, watching the kids grow, just remembering all the memories. That's for me the best part.
Yeah, for me too. And I love, it's a flashback of my entire childhood. All the claymation. The other cool thing is they have this road that goes around the perimeter of it, and along it are all of these houses. And like one of them is dedicated to A Christmas Story. One of them is dedicated to Alvin and the Chipmunks. One's dedicated to the old Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman.
And then they have a lot of nativity sets and stuff.
Yeah, and some of them are really nice.
Yeah.
Like life-sized.
It's just fun. Like it doesn't take us long. It's not a huge thing. It doesn't take us long to go through it.
Hour and 15 at the most.
Not even, we're never even there an hour. But
which makes me feel bad every time Dad says I'll pay for it, because I'm like, did you really just get that much out of your money's worth for being here?
It's so fun. Like the kids they get to see Santa, and it's just. This
was really the first year we actually bought something in Mrs. Claus's bakery.
Yeah, well, the kids
they had to have something.
Swindled us, or Grammy and Grandpa, they swindled them.
Oh, Grammy and Grandpa, they're wrapped around their kids' fingers. Those kids could ask them for anything. Mom could be dead, tired on the couch, and Lucy could walk up and go, I want pasta, and Mom would hop up and go make her pasta.
But don't you remember, like, my grandparents were the same way?
Of course they were.
And that was like the best part about visiting them, is they spoiled us rotten. They did. They did. So our kids have the best grandparents on both sides.
Let's say Papa's running joke is, if we knew grandkids would be this fun, we would have had them first.
I remember my nanny was always, we called her a short order cook, because she would just make you whatever you wanted. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And she would make us stuff. And
that's awesome.
Like, we would be so sick by the time we left, because we would eat so much food.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just like when you go to your grandparents' house, it's just everything's a yes, Yeah.
And that was the other thing, is we have been on a weight loss journey. We did not do it at this time of year.
Yeah, well, okay. It all started for me the surgery.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'm not going to, if I want to eat something, I'm just going to eat it. Like, I'm not going to worry about, well, I can't have, chips. If I'm nauseous and I want chips, that's what I'm going to have. And so that kind of turned into, well, now it's my birthday.
Exactly. No, now it's Thanksgiving. Oh, now it's my birthday.
Well, the surgery and Thanksgiving was all the same.
Hey, now we're on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we gotta rein it back in.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. We enjoyed all the treats my mom made and all the different meals.
I quickly remembered, this is what it feels like to eat whatever you want. And then after 3.5, 4 weeks of that, I started going, oh, and this is what it's like to not fit in those pants again.
Well, and too, like what I feel is like after I eat those foods, it's fun and it's yummy.
Yes.
But you feel like
crap.
Yeah. So we're trying to steer the ship back into a better direction.
Yep.
But anyway, that's a whole nother.
I've already accepted that if we do get a church job again, that I'm gonna have to briefly talk to my pastor about it. Now, can I start my fast after my birthday? Because everybody does 21 days of prayer and fasting the first week of January, which is where my birthday is. So it's
Well, I think on your birthday you should just take a break from You should be able to have a birthday cake on your birthday.
Or you know what they're going to say? Well, celebrate it after or celebrate it before.
That's what we've always done. Like when we were in Texas, they did a Daniel fast and stuff. And we would celebrate your birthday after, but I always felt bad for you.
Yeah. Or before, if we could get it. Like sometimes my mom and dad would be like, before you go back home, let's do your birthday now kind of thing. So we would do something like that. But either way, I enjoyed it. And so we did that. We had to go to the Faith Christmas service. They did an incredible job. I was honestly so thankful
I didn't even hardly watch any of it because our kids were in rare form that day.
They were.
I kept having to get up and go out. Nate needed headphones and we left him in the car. He was very antsy that day.
And I had already seen it twice. So at that point I was like, I kept telling you were just like, do you think he needs headphones? And I was about to get up and go get them. And then I look up and you're gone. And so I got to sit back down and make sure that
Lucy kept trying to go to the bathroom. Mark had to go to the bathroom. It was just like, honestly, I don't remember anything that happened really, but it was still fun to be there. Yeah. And we got to have lunch with your granny and papa after. Yeah. Drove down to my mom and dad's.
Good job, honey. South down to Alabaster.
And we got to see, it was so good to get to see my brother and sister-in-law and little Ollie.
And your other brother and sister-in-law.
Yeah, absolutely. It was good to be all together. Like there's just something about when you're all together and you're telling old stories and laughing and
watching your kids play together.
Oh my gosh.
They used to be you and your brothers and you and your brothers and me and my brother. And now it's our kids and their kids. I know.
It's so sweet. Like, to watch Lucy and Millie, like they're so close, to watch them play Emma and Nate, and then to watch the little boys, Mark, Ollie, and Wilson all play together. Oh my gosh, there's just nothing better. They had so much fun.
Yeah. And I'm really hoping and praying that God will allow us to move closer because I want these kids to be consistently in each other's lives as much as possible. But like, even like living here, I like that we're not too far away and we try our best to go and let them be together as much as possible. It's just hard. Like it is. Like Ollie, I don't even know how many hours from here. Like 10 hours north of here.
Yeah. So that's really difficult.
Yeah.
We just got to soak in the time when we have it.
Yeah. But so we go down to Alabaster. There's really not, because we've already missed the Christmas parade there. That's early in the month. Yeah. So unless we
really like the only thing we do is just hang out.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
We watch football, your dad.
Movies, Christmas movies.
We have to watch National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
And I missed that. Yeah. I wasn't awake during that. Okay, so
we watched it on Christmas Day. We normally do it on Christmas Eve, but we did it on Christmas Day.
Mark got sick. This was the bad part of our trip.
Correct.
Mark got the flu. He started coming down with it Christmas Eve. And so Christmas Eve night, I was up with him all night. I ended up sleeping on the floor with him. And so Christmas Day, I was dead and ended up sleeping for a couple hours and I missed Christmas Vacation, but that's okay.
That's okay. We all have the movie pretty much memorized.
Yeah, I pretty much have it memorized at this point. But it was, I felt so bad for him to be so sick at Christmas and we didn't know what it was. He had fever. We just figured it's viral. It was very up and down. Like he would feel okay. He'd go outside and play, and all that. And then he'd be back down. And it was like this all the way through when we went back to your mom and dad's house.
Still got a residual cough from it.
And he got really bad with the coughing, scared me really bad, was still having fever. And we decided to take him to the emergency room. And that's when They tested him for flu, COVID, RSV, and strep, and flu came back positive, which I have heard that the flu is super bad this year.
Yeah.
And I can contest Mark ran fever for about 8 or 9 days, which is crazy. Usually with a viral infection, 3 or 4 days, especially kids.
Thankfully, it never got scary, but still. The fact
No, I mean, it wasn't like 105 or anything, but it was a good 100 degrees or so. And, you know, when you have a fever, you just kind of go down, like you just don't feel good. And so thankfully, you know, he did pretty well with Motrin and stuff like that, but bless his heart, it was just a really rough go of it.
It was.
And that was the worst part of our trip. But the good news is he didn't have to miss school.
Right.
And nobody else got sick, which is a miracle because we had everybody in very close quarters. But
which Nate never gets sick, but when he does,
well,
he's like me.
Even extended family, it could have spread to lots of other people.
I know. I'm dreading and hoping and praying, God, please don't let us get a text or phone call. Well, guess what? We got the flu.
No, I think right now we should be past the.
I hope so.
The window, because he would have been most contagious earlier on, like probably while we were at my mom and dad's house. So I think we should be good.
Yeah. We got your mom's annual gift on Christmas Eve, which is everybody gets holiday
Actually,
pajamas.
we got them on Christmas Day this year.
Right. But that's true. But we did get them because we took our big family picture together. Mm-hmm. And
that's our tradition on
my mom's tradition.
Side.
And
mom and dad's side.
And we always take the picture. We do a serious and we do a funny. And your brother Clark always does the opposite, which is his thing.
Clark is a character. He is hilarious. He's a nut.
He does his silly face on the serious one, and then he does his smiling serious face on the funny one.
No, none of us are even surprised anymore because we just know he's going to do it. He's just funny.
Yeah,
he's funny like that.
We just know he's going to do it. How do you feel about how big our nieces and nephews are getting?
It makes me so sad. Like my niece Emma just got her driver's license and is driving a car and
has a boyfriend.
I know, and like all of our kids are just so big, and it's amazing watching your kids grow up. It's like I wouldn't want them to not grow. Like you want them to grow and develop and do all the things, but it just happens so fast. It's like a blink of an eye. So seeing Emma like be 16, it's like Nate's just a few years from that, Lucy's just a few years from that, and it's all coming so fast.
Yeah. It's really crazy how we see our kids grow up in front of us. So to us, they're not growing. I mean, they are, but you know what I mean? It's like but it's not like when I go home and I'm like, holy cow, Millie is tall.
Well, and too, like you don't usually get to go home with us for like summer. So I've seen them more recent than you. Right. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. And Ollie's gotten big. And of course, the biggest thing is that we have to, this is fun. So we this year, thankfully, had the insight, you did, to be like, we're going to have to take some stuff ahead. And we're going to have to take it ahead the weeks we're there beforehand because I don't know, whatever. This year, I don't know how or why, but we had more stuff to bring there and back than we've ever had any year we've done this. I feel
he's talking about like gifts and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so me and Lucy made blankets, like the tie blankets. It was not even that hard, but those were in big boxes.
Right.
And I made them and wrapped them before my surgery because I wasn't sure how, I'll be able to sit in the floor and do a tie blanket. And so I knew those are huge. Like they were giant boxes. So when we were going to my mom and dad and your mom and dad's for the Alabama game or whatever that you went to, I was like, we need to take these gifts.
Right.
So we took those.
Like 4 gifts to your mom and dad and like 4 gifts to my mom and dad.
So anything that I had already wrapped, I was like, let's just go ahead and take it. It wasn't necessarily, the big presents were because we needed space. But the other ones, I'm like, let's just go ahead and take it. It'll be less that we have to bring later. But too, like, this is our first year, isn't it? With the white van? No. It's our second year. But see, like last year, we got to come home in the middle. So we brought stuff home. Like we would go to my mom and dad's, come home
for 2 days, then go to my mom and dad's.
So this time we were going to be gone the whole 2 weeks.
Right.
And it was just a lot of stuff. Yeah. It was a lot of stuff.
So we ended up having literally Lucy at one point almost started crying because she had no room in the back. She was literally like, I have no room to put my legs. I have no room to sit.
She wanted to be back there though. Like she's the one that
she always sits back there on long trips.
Yeah. But she was fine. She had plenty of space. But it was a little bit crowded. We had to buy a car topper on the way home, or we would not have made it home.
Which, by the way, big shout out, honey. Tell them where you found this
just
thing.
Walmart. It was like $53, and it's a car luggage rack topper thing.
It's basically like almost like a tent that you just put up, and then you put everything in it, and then you zip it back
up, and
then
you strap it down.
Yeah, we got probably a trunk full.
Oh, more than
that.
Yeah.
Of everything, and then I
had a whole hallway of stuff lined up, and I couldn't believe like how much of it fit in that thing.
So then, after all that, the magic of Christmas morning hits. And it never gets old.
Even though that Mark was sick. And what was kind of hard was, so Ollie, our nephew, they're like, whenever he wakes up, he's going to see, because like he got a scooter or something.
Right.
Do y'all want to be awake when? And we're like, yes, like wake us up.
Don't let us miss that.
And I'm like, we can wake up the kids, like, because we usually wake them up at Christmas morning anyway, because we like to get up early or whatever. But Mark had such a bad night. Like I told you, I was up with him all night long, and finally got him to bed at like 5 a.m. I was like, we can't wake him up. So we ended up watching Ollie open his presents, and poor Lucy and Nate are just having to wait. Like they see their pile of presents.
Yeah.
Thankfully, they're at an age where they were okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm like, we have to wait for Mark, but I can't wake him up. Like he, bless his heart, he was so sick. But anyway, he got up not that much longer after that.
So like finally like 8 o'clock. Yeah, he was.
Maybe it might have been earlier than that, but
and then they opened all their stuff. Can you think back on that morning and kind of be like, what was the most excited any of them were over any particular present?
Nate was just so excited to get all the books that he got, and there was some that he ended up getting from. I think the one he was looking forward to the most is the one Clark got him.
Yeah,
and it was like the new Diary of a Wimpy Kid. So, we didn't get that till Christmas night, so he had to wait a while. But Nate just loves, I think he just loves the whole thing. And we had to get Nate a new computer before Christmas. So that was another little Christmas present Mr. Nate had.
Yeah. They racked up this year for sure.
Yeah. His computer broke, and that was an emergency buy. But anyway, Lucy, I don't know. Like she had a lot of,
I think it's her scooter.
Yeah. She had a lot of like smaller things, and then she did get a scooter, and then Mark got the phone.
Yes.
Which isn't a real phone. It's just basically an old phone that he can watch YouTube Kids on or whatever.
Yeah, so. my phone, for what all I do, and now for what we do for this podcast, my old phone did not have enough storage. And so I found a good deal on a newer phone and got it.
My phone doesn't have enough storage either, but we're not going to talk about that.
Well, you're fixing to get a new phone too.
No, I'm not.
You are when we can get you one. And then so then we took my old phone and erased it and wiped it clean and redid it and put it in a nice phone case for Mark.
He loves it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a phone.
He's got his own phone. And Lucy's mad that it's newer than her phone.
He was like, she's like, that one's newer than mine. But we had talked about like switching their phones. But Lucy had asked for this new phone case that was going to fit. And I'm like, we can't like it. So
eventually they're all going to get new phones.
Oh my gosh.
So
eventually we're all going to have to buy them.
We're all going to have a family plan and do all the things. So then we do that. And so, of course, as always, your mom spares no expense on food and has snacks galore. I discovered this year how much I love her dipped pretzels.
Yeah, those are really popular.
I normally don't eat a lot of those. This year, I probably ate 20.
She had a big like jar of them out too, which made them easy to grab.
Yeah.
Mom has like it ain't even a dessert like area. It's a freaking table full of desserts that are just there.
Her pound cake, chocolate cake,
all kinds of goodies, chocolate dipped Oreos.
Oh, chocolate dipped Oreos are my.
She had chocolate cake, pound cake, pecan pie, a carrot cake, 2 different kinds of chocolate cake.
Yeah,
it was crazy.
I'm proud of myself. I only ate 1 piece of chocolate cake that whole trip.
Did you eat the round one or the square one?
I think I had the round one.
The round one is the best one. It's my Meemaw's recipe.
I think that's what I had. But I had like 2 pieces of pound cake.
Her pound cake
is addicting.
I don't like pound cake except for hers. It is like the most delicious. I know people don't like this word, but the word is moist. Like the most.
It's so good because pound cake, if you don't do it right,
usually
it gets dry.
And I've tried to make this exact pound cake, and mine has always come out dry.
Right.
But I think you have to like underbake it or something.
And then there's the brownies, and then there's the little pretzel squares with a dollop of chocolate and sprinkle on them, and those are always good. And then, of course, we had Chinese food one night. We had Mexican food one night.
One night we went to my brother's and had grilled cheese and tomato soup. That was fun.
That was great. That was cool to see Clark. It was cool to see Clark and Lindsay's house.
Yeah, their house is really neat. They've done a lot of work to it. And then one night she did a whole like Thanksgiving dinner.
Yep.
It was crazy. We had food galore.
Yeah, all good. All good. And then when we first got there, I got to have her gumbo, which I love her gumbo. Her gumbo was so good. And got to spend some more time connecting with Clark and connecting with Lindsay.
That's my brother
and his wife, and they're great. You know, I love talking with them, and of course, talking with Tim and talking with Abby and connecting more with them. It's fun how now we're all in the full-fledged, we have kids phases, and so it's like there's this unspoken, we can just talk, and there's not this. You know what I mean? It's not like this whole thing of, do we have to like find things to be in common as couples about? No, we got kids. We can just talk and just be with each other as kids. It was
fun. Yeah.
So we got to do that. And then on Saturday, we left and came home to my mom and dad's house on what that would have been the 7th.
It doesn't matter.
And 27th.
Oh.
And so then we spent Saturday to Saturday with my mom and dad.
And we literally did hardly anything. And it was so nice.
Yep. At one point, I'm like, we might need to leave earlier because these kids are dragging my mom and dad like crazy.
Your mom was working to the bone, making these kids food, and their cousin Aspen got to come over and hang out pretty much the whole time we were there. And so, you know, they just got spoiled.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to presents that they got up there,
Mark got a trampoline, like a little mini trampoline. That's one of the things he asked for.
I just put that together today, actually.
Yeah, and they got so much stuff. They got like books and literally all kinds of stuff.
Nate got a new Alabama hat, which he wears all the time.
Yeah, my mom and dad got him a hat.
And then
and got you a hat too.
Yeah, got me a matching hat. And Nate keeps wearing my hat.
We need to put his name in it.
I know. I gotta put like his name in the top
because they look exactly the same.
They do. So. But yeah, that was great. And then, of course, traditionally, we always get dad hot sauce.
I know.
But it's funny. Like he says, I don't buy a lot of hot sauce because I know y'all are going to get it for me.
I know. Now I feel like we can't not give it to him.
Exactly. He loves it.
So we did get him a shirt, though, and he wore it. So I guess he liked it. I got him, like, I picked it out. And you were like, okay. But it's like this pullover, like, zip-up thing.
Yeah, he likes it.
And
he thought it was Auburn because it's Auburn's blue. But it's just blue. It doesn't have an Auburn logo on it.
It's not orange.
We will not spend money on Auburn merchandise. I don't care how much we love our family. We will not spend money on Auburn
But we always get him some sort of hot sauce. And this year it was like I don't even know what a heat level 1 to 10 or something.
But he bit into one. It's like, oh, Jess, this one's good.
That wasn't hot sauce. That was the salsa that we bought when we would go to the place, Jackson Farm, where we do the whole fall festival thing. They had this jar of salsa because it's so funny. Normally your dad's like, even the hottest stuff, he's like, this ain't hot, you know? So me and Lucy were in this gift shop and it said Carolina Reaper salsa. Carolina Reaper is the hottest hot.
Wait, there's only one hotter than that now, which is called Pepper X, which is these people that farm these peppers and create these crazy peppers. Anyway,
so I saw this Carolina.
But it's the second hottest pepper in the world.
I saw this Carolina Reaper salsa and I'm like, okay, we need to buy this for Grandpa.
Let's see if Dad can take care of this.
And he said, "Oh, that's hot.
Oh, this one's hot."
He's like, we finally got one.
Yeah, because normally he'll just eat and be like, whatever. But he bit into that one and went.
I don't know if he's going to be eating that one.
Like full scale, eyes wide, and like, oh my goodness, what did I just do to myself?
Yeah, normally he's like, this isn't hot.
That
one was hot.
And I mean,
and we got your mom. Okay, so
mom got a matching blanket.
Okay, I'm going to tell her about the other thing.
Yes.
So I had bought Mark. One of Mark's things was a plushie on his list, and I hadn't bought him a plushie, and it was like right before Christmas. And I was going through Walmart. And I saw these weighted dog, like they had other animals, but basically these stuffed animals.
And it feels like you're carrying a dog around.
It's kind of like it's supposed to be like a weighted blanket, like a sensory kind of a feel. And they were so pretty. And so I picked out one for Mark. And I called David as I was checking out with the dog. And I was like, okay, I have an idea, but tell me, I was really on the fence if it was stupid or not.
Mm-hmm.
Your mom and dad just lost their dog like just a couple weeks ago.
Who was born the same day Nate was.
Yeah, right around the same time. And his name was Bo, and he was a golden doodle. And they had a dog that looked so close to him. It had kind of the curly hair and the same like light color fur. And I told David, I'm like, I know your mom's really sad about Bo. Would it be stupid?
Will this make it worse for her or better? And I said, honey, it'll make it better.
So I went and got it, and Lucy saw it and was like, I want one. And so we got her one. She bought her one with her own money right before Christmas. And so we get to your mom and dad.
Hers looks like a golden lab.
We get to your mom and dad's house that first day we were there, and she saw Lucy's dog, and she was like, oh, this is what I need. I need one of these. And we were like, yes.
Yes. And Mark had his too.
Well, no, because the first day we got there, it wasn't Christmas yet. The very first day.
No, I know, but I'm saying Mark had his too.
No, he got his on Christmas.
But when we got to mom and dad's house, he had
first time. Back it up. The first time.
Oh,
all the way back.
Okay.
Before Christmas.
Lucy had hers only. Okay, I see what you mean.
Hers wasn't a Christmas present. She bought hers.
But Mark, by the time mom opened hers, Mark had his.
But I'm talking about when she first saw Lucy's. Gotcha. Was she like, oh, I should get one of these? Yeah. And so we were like, yes, she's gonna like it. And so when she got to open it, she liked it. I think
she cried.
Yeah, losing an animal.
Yep.
I can't even talk about it. So let's not.
And every single night when I would bathe the kids, I would walk through the bedroom. It sat where she sleeps.
Yeah.
She sleeps with it.
Yeah.
It helps her.
Yeah.
Relax. So,
I know.
So we did good. And of course, and then like you said, we got her a blanket like you have, and like you gave your mom.
I did.
And she was she was very thankful for that. Papa and Granny came over for a little while. We gave them their blanket.
They're the other ones that got a blanket.
They loved it. Granny's like, it matches my house.
Your Papa covered up with it and was covered up with it the whole time he was there.
Yeah, he loved it so much. They are very soft.
Yeah.
They are great.
Yeah.
They are great. And just the generosity of them. Papa gave me a Christmas card the Sunday before we went down to your mom and dad's. And he basically made a financial investment into our family. Yeah. And I'm just blown away at everybody asks me, well, who's your biggest influence and your biggest role model? I love my dad. I love my grandpa Holly, but Papa just has this place in my heart.
He has a place in my heart too. He's one of the nicest people I've ever met.
He's just my hero.
He's so sweet.
He's just my hero. And I hope I can grow up and be half the man of God he is.
Well, and like every time we go through financial difficulty, I think of the people who have blessed us. Yes. We have a family member that helped pay for my copay for my surgery. And it's really hard to be on the receiving end of those kind of gifts.
Yeah.
But I just pray, like, God, help us one day to be able to do that for somebody else. Like, it'll be the joy of my life if I get to pay that forward.
Yes. I mean, we've said this forever. You know how everybody, you live on 90 and you pay God 10. I would love to get to the place where we could do the opposite. I would love to get to the place financially where we can live on 10% and give away 90. Bless so many people. I just like, my dream is to always be the person that can give and they can sow into others and that can bless others. And that's one of the reasons I love Christmas so much, even though we don't have all the money in the world. People's hearts just open up and they want to help
when you get to pick out presents that you know are going to mean something to someone else, it just brings me so much joy.
Yes.
Anyway.
So that was great. Alabama got their butts kicked.
Yeah, that was great.
That was not so great. And so now we are completely out of the playoff. And then Georgia lost too. All my picks, my bracket is so bad. All my picks lost. And so I don't even really care who gets to the national championship. If Ole Miss does, I might watch it because they're SEC. But the Indiana story, we've got a friend. We were in Indiana, so we were surrounded by Hoosier fans up there. And a couple of my friends that I talk to regularly are Hoosier fans. So it would warm my heart for them to watch Indiana win this whole thing. So go Hoosiers.
I love Indiana.
Yeah. It's got a warm place in our hearts. So go Indiana. Go Hoosiers. Win that title. They are the second worst record football team of all time. So for them to win the national championship would be a great story. Yeah. They're going to make a movie about it. So we got through all of that. Mom made all of her food. She makes her famous ravioli.
So good.
Her white chicken chili.
So good. All kinds of breakfast stuff.
Mom is a breakfast master. Right? She loves to make breakfast.
The kids swear that her pancakes are the best in the world.
They are.
They're really good. I don't know what she does to them, but they're really delicious.
They got a lot of love in them. That's why they taste so good. I love her pancakes too. And then Mom has, not necessarily a ton of, sweets all over the house, but she's just that thing of, what do you want? I'll make it for you.
Oh my gosh.
That's who she is, which is just like her mom. Granny was that way.
By this time, we did not need any more sweets.
No, we did not.
Oh my gosh. But still, like, there was stuff everywhere, like Christmas candy galore. The kids got so much candy. Your family came over and there was cookies, and your aunt made this Snickers dip. It was the most delicious thing in the world.
I only ate a little bit of it because I know if this thing keeps sitting here, I'm going to eat the whole thing.
It was the most delicious thing ever.
I got one bite on one apple and said, I can't do this anymore. No, I'm walking away right now.
Or brought a key lime pie. Like there was no shortage of food anywhere.
Yeah. So we got through all of that. And then, like I just said, my dad and I went to a prayer meeting yesterday. And then after the prayer meeting was over, one of the staff people wanted to hang out for a little bit. So I stayed and talked to them. And then Dad gave me one of my favorite Christmas presents of this year, which was he went to the store and got 3 12-packs of Mellow Yellow Zero. Because for those of y'all that know me, growing up, I am not a Mountain Dew fan. I am a Mellow Yellow guy all the way. And yes, there is a major difference. And so, but Mellow Yellow Zero, Mellow Yellow itself is not sold everywhere. And so Mellow Yellow Zero is even rarer than
Mellow Yellow here, but we don't have the Mellow Yellow Zero.
Yeah, because there is no Diet Mellow Yellow. It's just Mellow Yellow Zero. That's the only diet version of it there is. And Mom and Dad have it in Florence. And so Dad was like, I'm going to go get it for you. So Dad went and got 3 12-packs of it. And they're sitting in our garage right now. And I'm so
you better
thankful.
Enjoy them.
Oh, I do. I drink them. I only drink
sparingly.
I drink them very sparingly because my all-time favorite is Dr. Pepper. Diet Dr. Pepper with cherry or Dr. Pepper Zero with cherry. And we get that at Kroger on sale all the time. So I'm very thankful for that. So I'll drink for every one Mellow Yellow I drink like 2 of those every other day or something. So, but that was great. But yeah, just the overall time of being able to spend time with family and rest and clear our heads, watch mindless movies and play games with the kids. At the end of all of that, we had such a good time. And I love this was one of my favorite Christmas seasons that we've had. And it's weird to say that knowing all that's going on right now, but it's exactly what we needed it to be. It was just refreshing. It was an encouraging time. And we crossed into the new year. I got to do a live, thankfully, with a lot of you. Thank you for hanging out with that. I know, sorry, Jessica couldn't be there.
I will say, Mark having this cold really did put a hinder on the rest. Yeah. I think for a solid week there, I barely slept at all. But anyway, I got to rest, but just not sleep.
Right. Right.
I was very tired.
Right. So speaking of tired, I'm going to have to edit this thing in a little while. It may not go up. It may not go up to my birthday. But anyway, so we got to do all of that. Let's just close out the last few minutes here and talk about the new year. So 3 things you said you want to do this year, and I'll say 3 things I want to do this year.
Oh Lord, I had a whole list of a lot of stuff.
Talk about so books.
I want to read 100 books. I had the same goal in 2024, and I did like 120 or something. And then I was like, I don't want to put a goal on myself last year, and I only read like 35. So I definitely think having a goal, and to accomplish that, I'm going to definitely limit the amount of time I'm on my phone, especially just mindlessly scrolling.
Yep.
And use that time to do something constructive. And I feel like books are way more constructive than just mindlessly scrolling. So that's a big one for me. The second thing I really want to work on diet wise is I want to really work on eating more whole foods the way God intended foods to be,
right.
We've kind of gotten in the habit of just eating a lot of processed foods, and I don't have anything necessarily against them, but
like cooking from scratch more and
just I don't know about you, but like growing up, we had a lot of dinners would be like a side of corn, a side of green bean, like actual like food. And
why do you think I love Golden Corral and Cracker Barrel? Because that's what you get. You get the meat in 3. That's what I love.
Yeah.
That's what I grew up eating.
It's just hard because we eat differently. Like he likes more of the cooked vegetables. I like more of the raw, so it's just like our cooking.
Right.
I would have to make so many different meals or whatever. Anyway, we're going to work on it. One of my goals is to start eating more whole foods and eliminating more processed foods. And I'm trying to think of what the last one that I want to, because I have a bunch more I could say. I guess just, I will say figuring out a way to exercise in a way that I enjoy.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure exactly. I'm still maybe doing some step bets or something that will motivate me to do it. Because if I just say, I want to exercise more, I'm not going to. Like, that's not enough of a motivation. So I've been looking into maybe hosting some step bets or something where if you don't walk, then you lose money. Like, that would be very motivating to me. Yeah. And when I did a step bet in the summer, it did help me walk a lot more. Just finding and just being outside. Like, the importance of getting vitamin D in your skin, you know,
absolutely.
And for your mental health and all of that. So those are 3 anyway.
Yep. So one of my goals this year in terms of application personally is I want to do a lot more time reading and listening to productive things as opposed to what I normally watch or listen to. So it's less entertainment and music and things like that, which I love, and a lot more self-help, leadership, improvement on thinking. I really want to get into more of a productive headspace and less of a mindless headspace. So I want to be able to do that a lot more because typically I'm surrounded by so much of those things that my escape is to go to stuff that doesn't do that. And I want to not do that. I want to keep feeding the healthy part of my brain.
You can't do that the whole time.
I can't do that all the time, but I want to do more of that than I normally do. Physically, I want to move more, and I want at the end of this year to be back to where my weight was.
Okay, so this is my whole thing. Instead of just having a goal, you've got to think, how am I going to get there? So I don't know if you know the answer to that, but just as...
One way is moving more. Second is cut out eating in between meals. Third is making sure when I do eat, I'm eating what you make me and not what I make myself. Because Jessica is good about that, putting in front of me, eat this and nothing else.
Don't eat anything out of the pantry.
Yeah.
Get out of the kids' stuff.
Yep. And so just making sure that that's there. And then if I had a third one, it would be to look for opportunities, especially with our children. I want to look for opportunities to start making special moments with them. I have my daddy-daughter date nights, and I want to do more of that. But I keep thinking to myself, Nate having autism should not be preventing me from taking him alone somewhere and doing something fun with him.
And he's so fun to take places.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I need to figure out, okay, what would make Nate happy? And where could I take Nate that he and I could have fun doing something together? And same thing with Mark. And even if it's not an all-day thing, even if it's something for a couple hours, but I want to start doing more of that because typically the only time I take Nate to do anything is to the doctor or to get his hair cut.
But he really does enjoy you taking. He doesn't want me to go with them,
and he does enjoy that with me. But I'm at the point now where I'm starting to really realize my kids are making lifelong memories now, and I want to do a lot more.
I want to encourage you here because
memories.
The times you think that are just they're not special because they're a doctor, a haircut, took them to the store. Those memories, I feel like, are going to be stand out just as much as if you took them. You know what I mean? Like, I remember moments with my parents where we just went to the gas station or, so it doesn't have to be like these grandiose.
No, I don't mean by that. I'm just taking more outside of, this is routinely what I do with them. I want to make it where every now and then I can either check one of them out of school, which Nate would hate me if I did that, but find a way to make it special where I loved growing up when at lunchtime, David Holly, come to the office, please. And Dad would take me somewhere for and he's like, you didn't have any tests today. I know what you have 5th period. Your teacher said you had nothing. We're going to go eat at this cool restaurant that you've never been to. I'm going to bring you back in 2 hours. Like, I'll never forget those days. Yeah. And that's the kind of stuff I want to look for. And again, I can't do that every week. But I want to look for opportunities to do some of those things. But like
you do make it special when you take Nate to the doctor. Like, he knows, like, you're going to take him to get him a drink. You know, like, he's got this little routine with you, and it's so cute. So you do make it special. Yeah,
and I'm just now exploring. Okay, how can I start doing that with Mark too?
Yeah,
that's where I'm at because Lucy and I are going to have our daddy-daughter dates, and I'm going to try to have more because she's becoming a young lady now. And I'm trying to,
unfortunately,
at this point now to start realizing, okay, she's about to start liking boys, and I'm about to have to be having talks with her about the men in her life. And so I want her to begin looking up and going, okay, I need Lucy to look at me and go, I can come and talk to Daddy about these kind of things. And That's where I'm at now. Start doing those things now at this age. So that's what I'm doing this year. And like we already said, my word is joy, your word.
Hope.
And we're going to have a lot of that this year. I'm excited about the future. I'm excited about what God has for us. We don't know what all of it is yet, but it's got to be good because he loves us. And I'm going to hold on to Jeremiah 29:11. He knows the plans he has, and they're for our good, to give us a hope and to give us a future. And that's what's going to happen. So we love you guys. If you're listening to this on an audio podcast platform, we want to say thank you again, and we hope you'll follow it, and we hope you will share it with someone. If someone likes audio podcasts, give it to them. Leave us your comments. If you have a lengthy comment or if you want to give us a voice recording, you can send those to us at married15tolife@mail.com. Again, married15tolife@mail.com.
You know, they say that you're old if you repeat stuff like that. It's like you're leaving a voicemail.
I just know I talk fast. And if I talk fast,
Again,
I don't want you to hear.
It's Jessica at 205. Again, Jessica at
I know I talk fast.
555-9234.
I know I talk fast. And so I want you to catch what I said. Sweetheart.
I just thought it was funny because I heard somebody say that the other day, and I'm like, yeah, I do that. I do that too.
I'm 40.
We're old.
I'm 40.
Again, it's Married 15 to Life. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll definitely help us out if you make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. Like the video if you liked it. Definitely already said subscribe. Leave us a comment down below. Click the bell to be notified when we post new videos.
We are 140 odd away from 1,000.
Yay.
So please, y'all, subscribe. We want to reach 1,000. Once we do, every video we put out after that can start making money for this channel, which will help us get our equipment better, which will make us sound better, make us look better for you guys. And so please share it. If you have a friend who's married, or if you're married, or your spouse is married,
I'm ready to go to bed. So wrap it up.
Share the podcast with them. Share the YouTube channel with them. Bring some more subscribers to us. We love you guys so much. Until the next episode, I'm David.
I'm Jess.
I'm the husband.
I'm the wife.
And we are tired, but married.
15 to Life.
Love you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.